During the trip back home, Miguel remained silent, reflecting on everything that had happened. The conversation with his father, the pain of the words that were said, the relief of realizing that he still had a chance to rebuild his relationship with his family. But at the same time, he knew that this wasn't the only part of his life that needed healing. The journey was just beginning. What Miguel had learned from the encounter with his family was that forgiveness and reconciliation weren't only about others, but about himself. He needed to forgive himself, understand his own limits, his flaws, and his wounds, in order to finally free himself from the weight he had carried for so long. Amanda noticed the subtle change in Miguel as they headed back to the city. He was more introspective, but also more at peace with himself. He knew the road ahead would be long, but he felt that now he was ready to walk it not alone, but with her by his side. She knew that as a couple, they had overcome many things. Miguel's pain was also hers. She too carried scars from the past, albeit in a different context, and knew that what they were experiencing together was the beginning of a new phase. As she looked at Miguel, Amanda understood that their relationship was more than just emotional support. They had become extensions of each other. Their hearts now beat as one, sharing hopes and fears. When they got home, Miguel sat down with Amanda, and for the first time in a long time, he felt comfortable enough to speak openly about his feelings. "You know, Amanda," he started in a soft voice, "I always thought I was lost, that there was no way out. But now I see that pain has a purpose. Everything I went through brought me to you, and somehow that made me stronger. I finally realized that true healing starts here." He pointed to his chest, where his heart beat strongly, "with the will to accept myself, with the decision to be better." Amanda looked at him, gently touching his hand. "I've always believed that healing comes from within, Miguel, and you're doing just that. You're opening yourself to what's necessary to move forward. True change begins when we can face our own shadows and not run from them." He smiled, touched by Amanda's wisdom. He knew that together they could build a stronger life, a life where the past no longer controlled them, where wounds were healed with love and patience. The trip they had taken to meet his family wasn't just about reconnecting with relatives, but about a journey of self-discovery and personal growth. And now, Miguel felt ready to continue, to face his fears, his challenges, and even his expectations. But above all, he felt ready to be a new man, someone who was no longer limited by what he had been, but who now looked to the future with renewed hope. That moment of reflection was Miguel's turning point. He realized that change didn't happen overnight, but that every step, no matter how small, had a fundamental importance. He had spent years hiding his pain, his sadness, his frustrations, but now he understood that true strength wasn't in closing himself off from the world, but in allowing himself to feel, to err, to learn, and to grow. Pain had been his companion for so long, but now it no longer defined him. Miguel looked at Amanda, feeling immense gratitude for her. Her support had been the light he so desperately needed to emerge from the darkness he had been in. And as he looked at her, he knew he was not alone on this journey. They were building something together, something that wasn't just based on love, but also on trust, resilience, and mutual understanding.